Did you know? The first game in the series to be localized in the West was Megami Tensei Gaiden, Last Bible. In the localization process, a few sprites were switched in order to conform to Western rating systems, in particular, altering the appearance of some of the main characters. The title of the game would also be changed to suit Western audiences, with the final result being Revelations: The Demon Slayer. Persona 5 Strikers had the Japanese release date of the 2nd of February 2020. This date is tied to the concept that the game is the second entry for Persona 5. Strikers was initially planned to be a Persona Warrior game, spanning multiple titles. However, when coming together with Atlus for a story, it was decided to make it a direct sequel to Persona 5 and focus on continuing its story. All characters original to this game are designed by Koei instead of Atlus, although it was done under Atlus's supervision to ensure that the designs are faithful to Persona's worldview. In comparison to the Japanese box art for Strikers, the Western one has been mildly modified. Instead of having Ryuji be punched in the face by a shadow in a comical fashion, his artwork has been modified to one where he falls down wielding a weapon while the shadow grabs him by the ascot. This is because the ESRB does not allow video game box art to depict violent blows to the head. The first Devil Summoner is the only game in the Devil Summoner series to not have an official release outside of Japan. The design of the protagonist of Devil Summoner is heavily inspired by Arsène Lupin III. The protagonist appears as a cameo in Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory as a C-ranked quest giver. The quest itself is named Evil Classroom, and requires Neptune to find 3 heretic jellies so the protagonist can increase the HP and MP of the demon he is currently using. Based on the quest description, the protagonist seems to be a bit of a bird brain, as he misnames the heretic jelly as Renegade Jelly. The protagonist appears yet again in an A-ranked quest named Negotiation Failure, where he apparently failed to convince a Cerberus to join him and asked Neptune to defeat 4 of them for him since he got injured. Kazuma Kaneko has stated that one of the supporting characters from Devil Summoner, Rei, is one of his favorite character designs. In Persona 4 Dancing, there was data for an unused Velvet Room outfit resembling Caroline and Justine's Warden uniforms from Persona 5. This was presumed to be a costume for Nanako. In Devil Survivor 2, obtaining different endings will gradually fill out the night sky in the save menu's top screen. One of the supporting characters in the game, Daichi Shijima, has an orange phone in the anime and in-game cutscenes, but his in-game sprite shows him holding a red phone. In the game trailer for Devil Survivor 2, Daichi's name was romanized as Daichi Shizima. In Fumi's flashback during the Triangulum arc, Daichi is shown as becoming one of her test subjects, along with the protagonist and Jungo. Even though in the Septentrional arc, Jungo is the only test subject. Persona 2 is the only game in the Persona franchise that does not have an official manga adaptation. Released alongside the sequel Eternal Punishment, a bonus CD revealed a trailer for the anime called Persona 2 Another Self. It was planned to be an OVA series retelling both Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, but the production was cancelled for unknown reasons. Shin Megami Tensei Imagine began development as the planned PC version of the cancelled online aspect of Shin Megami Tensei 9. Players can receive an encrypted email from Steven when accessing a terminal in Home 3. The email opens into a dungeon which the players must fight digital demons to decrypt the email. On the Japanese server, the highest floor is 90, with multiple branching routes and alternate floors. Branching routes and even progression at times requires knowledge of the mythology surrounding the demons on a player's current floor. The equipment that the tutorial NPC is using is a variant of the same comp design as Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei Imagine was Cave's first massive multiplayer online title for PC. Now for the demon trivia. Some of the artwork for Beelzebub seems to be based on the illustration of it found in Clancy's Dictionnaire Infernal, such as the skull and crossbones on the Beelzebub's wings. In 2017, Beelzebub was voted as the 8th most popular demon in the Megami Tensei series. Starting from Shin Megami Tensei, the fusion of Barong and Rangda creates Shiva, one of the major gods of Hinduism, who represents eternity, creation, and destruction. Mithra's artwork in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne seems to resemble the lion-headed figure found in temples of Mithras in Roman Empire. In Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey, Wukong has dialogue where he refers to Mem Aleph, but replaces her name with Jimina's instead. Seitan Taisei's appearance as Ryuji's ultimate persona has been foreshadowed multiple times in Persona 5. Ryuji is often compared to a monkey or ape at various points in the game, such as when Morgana at one point insults Ryuji as a carnal blonde monkey, and there is a book in Kamoshida's palace called Ryuji the Vulgar Ape. The illustration of Michael in Shin Megami Tensei, along with his in-game model continuity, resembles the sculpture of St. Michael's victory over the devil by Sir Jacob Epstein, Coventry Cathedral. The original Shin Megami Tensei contains data for Michael as a regular demon among other seraphim, with similar stats, but very different resistances. Even with his signature attack referencing swords, Michael has rarely been seen using a sword. He is one of the few super bosses and optional bosses who are featured in non-video game adaptations of a game with a new role in the plot. In fact, he appears in Quantum Devil Saga Avatar Tuner as the Atma of a man named Marcus. The current design for Shikigami actually borrows Shiki Oji's from Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner. Shiki Oji in the later installments instead receives a brand new design of its own. According to Kazuma Kaneko's Work 3, Kodama's design is influenced by Hayao Miyazaki's 1997 animated film Princess Mononoke. And those were the facts for this episode of Shin Megami Tensei Trivia. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because you doing that allows me to make more of these videos, and it also means the world to me that you guys are allowing me to do this and showing your support by doing so. And guys, my name is Resident Unleashed, your average resident who unleashes Shin Megami Tensei information into this virtual world. And I will see you all next time. Bye bye.